So I want to jump in and talk about groups, but before I do that, I think I need to set you up with a little information about how people do groups today before this new feature of groups. And although the techniques are a little bit different, they're conceptually the same thing. So let's start with going to people. So I'm going to navigate to my app launcher, my square of squares. I'm going to choose people. So some of you may create really awesome distribution lists and you fill it full of people who need to be on the distribution list. And then you give that distribution list a name. And then every time you email that group, you email that distribution list name. So in the web environment, this is called a contact list. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the drop down by new, and I'm going to choose contact list. Then I can give it a name, add members to it, and even give it some notes. So it used to be that if you wanted to communicate with people in mass, that a distribution, or now a contact list, was one of the best ways to do that. However, sometimes your list of distribution is really a project team, and in the case of that, you will definitely like the new feature called groups. Let me choose cancel here, and let's navigate to groups. Let's navigate to the groups. I'm going to click the app launcher, and I'm going to navigate to the mailbox. And then in my folders list down below, I see groups. Now, some organizations have it where you can't create your own group, so refer to your IT policies for how you get a group established in your environment. I'm going to work with my afternoon session. This is a group that's already been created. So, getting started with my afternoon session, take a look across the top. I can also see my afternoon session. I can see that it's been marked as a private group, which means only people who have been invited to be a part of the group actually can see the group in their email. I see conversations. So every time an email has been addressed to the group, it shows up in this view. This keeps me from having to search my mailbox for those group conversations. I can just come directly to the group. Sometimes we need a group calendar. Again, we share calendars, we work with calendars, but let's just look at my afternoon session. So now I'm in my calendar, and I also have my group calendar, and I can see it listed under groups on the bottom left-hand side. Let's jump over to Notebook. Because I have a group established, I now have a shareable notebook where we can all keep up with our to-dos, our meeting notes, and any other files we want to capture as part of collaborating with the group. In addition to having your conversations grouped, a calendar already created, and a notebook, you also have files. Because you have a group and it has a file section, it creates a shareable folder inside of OneDrive for you. So be sure, if you like groups, that you check out the OneDrive training.